here in the league. Tonight, UCLA enters on a 3-game winning streak to take on the Oregon Ducks. Big Ten basketball is powered by Ram trucks. Nothing stops Ram. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Along with Don McClain, I'm Guy Haberman. We just hope to continue what's become a wonderful tradition here. Wednesday Night Hoops has been great. UCLA basketball is playing really well, just like they did last year, mid-January. It looks like they're starting to hit their stride, and in large part, Don, because Donovan Dent's playing well.
Well, UCLA had a really good week last week, but the biggest storyline coming out of those 2 games was Donovan Dent. He's been terrific all year in playmaking, setting guys up, the assists, but his shooting percentages have been down. Last week, 15 for 28 from the floor, 2 of 4 from the three-point line. If he continues to improve those shooting percentages, it takes UCLA's offense to a whole nother level.
Without Sky Moore, Trent Perry starting again, but the man to really notice at the top and the middle is Eric Daly, who's averaging 19 points per game in his last 3 games against the Oregon Ducks. Meanwhile, for the Ducks, Jackson Shellstad out for the year, Takai Simpkins and Nate Biddle both out tonight as well. Well, this is what we're talking about if you've missed it. After great games, 3 great games yesterday in the league. Here's what's happened today. Iowa at home trailed by 11 early, won the game, and Wisconsin came storming back to beat Minnesota.
Guess what, Guy? It's that time of year in the Big Ten. And the league is so strong from top to bottom. There are no gimmies. If you're at home, it doesn't matter. And let's see if we have a good one tonight. A good opportunity for some of these Oregon players to stand or to step up in the absence of this Oregon team that's been decimated by injuries.
This is the midway point for these 2 teams, the 10th game of the year in league play, and Oregon starts with a basket. Kwame Evans did not play in the first 2 meetings between the first meeting between these 2 teams. He was sick. That back in early December, the UCLA won at Pauley.
He's the most likely to step up. Has played the most games, has started the most games of who's left on this Oregon roster. Starts with a big bucket there. Zone to start for Oregon. We'll probably see a majority of zone all night from Oregon. How does UCLA attack it?
Trent Perry getting the starting nod again with that hamstring injury to Sky Moore. And there's the rebound for Sean Stewart.
Trent Perry's really been playing well the last 6 games, over 16 a game in the absence of Sky Clark. Shooting it well, over 40 from 3.
Sky Clark is on the trip with the team, and they're hoping to have him back soon, but his return date TBD. Here's Wei Lin starting in place of the injured Jackson Shellstad. A second opportunity, and that just grazed the front rim.
It's interesting, Guy. Oregon's defense has kind of held up in this losing streak that they've had. It's really been generating enough offense without Shellstad running the show. Wei Lin still trying to figure it out, but then their perimeter shooting. It's Daly hits the turnaround, generating enough offense, Oregon, to not just stay in games because they've done that, but to get over the hump and win some of these games.
Nice pass from Lin to Stewart, and he can't connect. 6-game losing streak for Oregon. Dan Altman said really he was happy with his team's effort for the most part. The Washington game, they gave up almost 20 offensive rebounds. That's where he got frustrated. A foul battling with Bilodeau is Des Lindsay. That's his first. Dan Altman told us today he hasn't had a season like this in 30 years since his first season at Crate.
Good energy at shoot around, good energy to start this game. This team is still playing. Again, I said it earlier, can they generate enough offense to win some of these games, especially at home?
Stewart the rebound. Just 8 scholarship players available for Oregon tonight.
Well, one area Oregon can hurt UCLA is on the backboard. UCLA not a great rebounding team, and Oregon one of the better offensive rebounding teams in the Big Ten.
There's Lindsay, and it won't go down.
I think Oregon's not going to make this game fast either, Guy. When you have the lesser roster, which they do because of injury, you don't want more possessions, you want less possessions. So we'll see what the complexion of this one looks like as we get going here. I don't think Oregon's going to want to try and run with UCLA.
Bilodeau bumped and fouled by Sean Stewart. That's his first and the second team foul. Mick Cronin and his Bruins beat Northwestern on Saturday at home.
Well, one thing, Guy, that's been talked about, and look, the Big Ten schedule's a gauntlet no matter how it unfolds. Whether you're on the road early or on the road, it doesn't matter. But UCLA's schedule does, on paper, seem to open up a little bit here. 2 home games last week here at Oregon, home again next week. And so they're right in the thick of things. They're only a 3-loss Big Ten team. So tied for 5th with Wisconsin. You see last year versus this year. And so they got a chance to go on a run here. Won those 2 last week like we talked about in the Open. But they got to take care of business tonight. The one thing I keep thinking about with this Oregon team is they know they're playing free and open. There's no expectation because of all the injury. And so when you play a team like that, they're dangerous.
Sean Stewart, tough shot, and Evans working hard for the offensive rebound. And then throws an interception.
Now, one thing you won't see that we've seen a lot of out of UCLA lately because of this zone is that Bilodeau-Dent screen roll game at the top. So you see against the zone, they're going to put Bilodeau at that mid-post and let him operate. One area to look at, too, guys, Bilodeau playing against double teams, playing out of double teams, making the right read, making the right pass if that double comes. Struggled a little bit against Northwestern, and he's going to see him again tonight against this Oregon team.
It's a UCLA group that has 5 players that average double figures. Bilodeau is 18 points a game. That's 9th best in the league. The double on Evans. And that's knocked out of bounds by Perry.
Somewhat of a newer thing for UCLA that Mick's been experimenting with this year is doubling from the bottom side. You see, you can double from anywhere, from ball side, from the nail, but that backside double, almost the element of surprise to that guy because you can't see him coming. Nebraska does that as well.
It's working.
It's working for Nebraska, I'll tell you that.
Wei Lin, a tough 3, and great rebound there from the birthday boy, Stephen Jamerson. And now here's Dent with no space to create and still nearly gets it to go down.
Usually gets that whistle. He's so good at getting to contact and trying to finish. Nice job by Oregon not putting him on the foul line there.
I saw the graphic earlier. The home team has found a big hole in both of our preceding games today. Oregon is getting some good looks, it seems like, Don.
Good play by Kwame Evans. Got the switch. Dent on him. Ran him right down to that low block.
Daly, that is tough. Couldn't finish it. And the ball is loose and tracked down by Lindsey. The 2 teams have combined 2 of 14.
Tell you what, Oregon's still athletic, even with those guys out. Lindsey athletic, Evans, Sean Stewart.
Devon Pryor.
The rebounding is going to be a big key in this one.
Pryor just created that look, and again Lindsey can't connect. 1 of 9 for Oregon here to start.
That's been the issue. Again, trying to manufacture enough offense.
Oh, Daly, maybe he's found it again. He started hot from 3, went ice cold, and now hits a 3 here.
It's interesting, isn't it? Some guys just like playing against certain teams, and it feels like Daly really likes playing against Oregon.
He's shooting over 80% against Oregon in his last 3 games entering this one.
Usually it's the buildings you like playing in, not so much the team you're playing against.
There's a foul on Daly. You like playing at Matt Court here on campus, the legendary
I love Matt Court. Matt Court didn't love me.
No.
I loved it.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
Switch to Allstate and you could save hundreds. What are you waiting for? Make your move before I do.
Start the year off big at the Rams Start Something New sales event with America's most powerful lineup of light-duty gas trucks, offering the largest touchscreen in its class, all backed by the strength of a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Get your year off to a strong start with a great deal at the Ram Start Something New sales event.
Right now, purchase this Ram 1500 and get 0% financing for 60 months or $5,500 total cash allowance on select 2026 Ram 1500 models in dealer inventory. And get a 10-year, 100,000-mile Power 6 Ram 1500 models in dealer inventory. And get a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty or train limited warranty.
The Big Show delivers highlights, post-game interviews, complete analysis. That's coming up next on the Big Ten Network, the Fox Sports app. Dave Refson, Bruce Weber. Busy night, fun night for them back in the studio.
Such a fun time of year when we start talking about, we're getting closer to the postseason, but you look at the Donovan Dent-Bilodeau tandem and how lethal that has been, especially that high ball screen I mentioned earlier. We might not see a lot of it tonight because of that 2-guard front of that 2-3 zone. But let's see if UCLA gets to that at some point where Bilodeau comes up and screens one of those 2 guys at the top and try and get that action going.
UCLA's won back-to-back games entering tonight, and 4 of 5. Oregon trying to snap a 6-game losing streak, shorthanded but playing hard in the first 5 minutes here at home.
Again, I said it earlier, guy. Opportunity for these guys. If you feel like you've warranted more minutes, more opportunity, more shots, you're getting it right now.
They're just not going down for the Ducks. 1 of 10 to open the game. For UCLA, only Eric Daly has made a field goal today. But
Nice
he finds
play.
an opening for Jamerson to score.
Great seal by Jamerson. Great presence by Daly not to force that one up and find Jamerson on that seal.
Jamari Phillips off the mark with that 3.
And he's one of the guys I'm talking about. Jamari Phillips, highly rated coming out of high school, didn't play very much last year, has gotten more of an opportunity this year, but really going to get an opportunity now. Let's see if he can settle in and really start affecting the game for Oregon.
Oregon defending that offensive glass well, so they've made that correction since the Washington game. And now Evans hits the 3.
Spend so much time. You and I have been here the last few years doing a lot of Oregon games. Kwame Evans has really spent a lot of time working on that perimeter shooting. Saw it today at shoot-around. Much improved from behind the 3-point line.
Over 30% now this year for him. Shot clock is at 5. It's Donovan Dent races and won't get it to sit. But the offensive rebound from Daly and the foul. And Daly's got an early 7, and he's got a chance at a 3-point play.
Oregon's doing a nice job of communicating within that zone and then matching up in that zone. But what does that leave? If you push out to all the UCLA perimeters, Donovan Dent into the paint, which he's so good at, but then the offensive board, Daly takes advantage, gets himself a couple free throws.
Daly adds to the 3-point play, and he's got 8 of the 11 for the Bruins.
3-point play, not 2 free throws.
You're thinking back
Please,
to your
God.
backcourt days where they used to shake the backboard.
Yeah.
The story goes that Don would complain and the officials would.
I did one time. They instituted a rule that you could stop the game and tell the officials that the backboard's moving. No one did it except for me. Just 'cause I was that guy.
If they make a rule, there's Evans with another 3. Wow.
Again, it comes down to that end. Oregon's going to stay in this game and give themselves a chance to win if they can score. Evans, 2 3-pointers here early.
Daly's been hot to start. Daly attacks, and that goes out of bounds off of Luke Johnson for the Ducks. And this is a look back at the Evans 3.
Wei Lin inside the defense. Baseline drive, baseline drift to the corner, and then the one more to Evans, feet set, and knocks it in. Good sign for Oregon. He can get it going from behind the 3-point line.
Xavier Booker's going to come back in for Jamerson.
Oregon doing a good job on Bilodeau here early. Their leading scorer. Can they get him going? Right on cue.
And he can't get it to go down, but there's Booker, and he draws the foul.
Well, that's 3 point-blank layups that UCLA's missed here to start this game. Unusual. Bilodeau usually pretty reliable down there, playing through contact and bodies. Booker cleans it up.
Fouls on Drew Carter, his first. Booker, a 71% free throw shooter.
Has really been challenged this year by Mick Cronin and his staff to change the way he plays. You and I have talked about it. Be more of an inside presence, rim protector, rebounder, runner, not just a perimeter 3-point shooter.
Alexander Kopsitsky into the game for Oregon. Dan Ullman getting A lot of his guys in here early. Deep three, and Phillips hits it.
He's got that ability to stretch the floor. Not known coming out of high school as a really good three-point shooter, but has gotten better at it. And that one was from deep. That was NBA range.
He put on a great display of shooting after shoot-around today, the team's day of game practice. He hit a bunch of threes and found the stroke, and Bilodeau was able to get his first basket of the night.
It's so tough to match up with him because he can do both. He can step out, pick and pop game. He can go down there and turn his back to the defender. Nice turnaround. Not an easy shot going over left shoulder as a right-hander on that baseline, but he made it look easy.
Evans has hit a couple of threes today. Creates an opening, and Johnson can't get there. And the Ducks turn it over. A 4-point game. The midway point of the conference year here in Eugene.
This or that.
Here they come, yo. Here they come.
You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. I think you Venmo this, yo. Swears that. Yo, niftily. Yo, we can make it hip to me. What we are, cuz what we be the epitome, do, da, dippity. You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. I think you Venmo this.
Get your Venmo debit card today and get up to 5% cash back.
Nobody likes a cracked windshield.
What was that?
No. But you can go to SafeLight.com and get it fixed now and pay later.
Awesome.
SafeLight can come to you for free. Don't wait. Get it fixed now and pay later at SafeLight.com.
SafeLight repair, SafeLight replace.
Think switching to T-Mobile's a whole complicated thing? Nah. It's easy.
For a limited time, switch to T-Mobile's Better Value Plan. You can save over $1,000 a year versus Verizon and AT&T. Save on streaming, satellite, and more benefits that they leave out.
It's better over here.
You guys, Wendy's has new Biggie deals starting at just $4. So now you can decide how biggie you want to go, which is kind of beautiful. I'm not condensating, you're condensating. More Biggie options so you can get more of what you really want at Wendy's.
I mean, we all do it. You see a line, have no idea what it's for, but your brain is like, should I join it? It's crazy, right?
Hey, let me call you back. I gotta stand in a line.
Even crazier is that folks stick with insurance that keeps them waiting around to file a claim, while Geico's claim support is available day or night. I mean, I'd have FOMO about that, if anything. Excuse me, what are you waiting for?
No one knows.
Okay.
You're cool. You can cut.
I'm all right, actually.
No, seriously.
It feels good to step out of line. It feels good to Geico.
If I have a chance to make it through this, it will be because of the American Cancer Society's focus on research and innovation.
Your gift could give people like Jay a chance to survive. Donate today.
Tomorrow, Ole Miss men's volleyball when the top-ranked Bruins score off against Ohio State. Live coverage begins at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Fun night tonight here at Matthew Knight Arena. A standing ovation for a group of players from the 70s known as the Kamikaze Kids here in Eugene. Not just one team, but a series of teams that had some great years, jump-started. Oregon basketball, of course, they won the national title back in '39, but this group of players brought a new era, ushered a new era in with some very familiar faces in the building.
Played for the great Dick Harder, Ernie Kent, who we got to know and spent a lot of time with when he was the head coach here at Oregon, but then at Pac-12 Network for a few years before he got the job at Washington State up in Pullman, and great to see him out here and that whole group.
Maybe an omen, those group of players that twice upset a top-ranked UCLA Bruins team in the 70s. Trent Perry in rhythm to a three, but off the mark.
A little quick for that, off the bounce, contested from behind the line.
Kwame Evans hit 2 so far in this game, and that loose ball's chased down by Daly, who started with 8 points for the Bruins and pushes it up ahead.
I mentioned earlier, Guy, I felt like Oregon would take the air out of it a little bit, slow it down. I really sense that out of them.
Bilodeau connects.
Shooting it with so much confidence this year, 45% from behind the three-point line, and seen it all already. Inside, outside game from Bilodeau.
And Brown knocks that out. Bilodeau started his career up the road in Corvallis at Oregon State. You see the improvement. I mean, it's right on schedule.
And I think what's most impressive about that graphic is, and it's not on there, it's more attempts each year. Shooting a high percentage on more volume.
Is he going to shoot 50 next year?
If he comes back, why not?
Here's Lynn in the mid-range.
Probably had enough time to get that up on the rim. That's a tough little flip shot from 7-8 feet.
Dent. Ball's been moving for the Bruins in this first half in the half court.
Oregon mixing it up a little bit. That matchup zone's predominant, but sometimes they go straight man out of it.
Phillips doing a good job on Dent. And here comes Lynn. Booker stalking, so Lynn just pulls up and drops it.
Good decision by Lynn. I didn't think he was going to challenge the defender, but went to that D-cell on the Euro, gave himself enough room to get it up and over Booker.
First basket for Wei Lin, and Booker just rips that board away. Bilodeau in traffic gets fouled by Johnson. 5th team foul against the Oregon Ducks, and this is Lynn.
Decision making is a big part of playing the point guard decision. Do you challenge? Do you bring it out? A good presence to understand Booker was trailing the play. He knew he was going to have to get it up over him.
Bilodeau, 87% free throw shooter, swishes the first.
Early in the season, if you remember, guys, Bilodeau was 50-40-90 for a while. Not quite that, but still 50-40 and just a hair under that 90. Never been done at UCLA, a 50-40-90 season. So if he can rip off a run here of free throws and get himself back to 90, that would be impressive.
At 50% from the field, 40% from three, and 90% from the free throw line.
More of an NBA thing that gets talked about, but if you can do it in college, even more impressive, I think.
Lynn. Brandon Williams has entered the game for UCLA. He's guarding the ball right now. And a foul away from the ball on Jamar Brown, who is battling with Jamari Phillips.
Well, only the 2nd team foul on UCLA. And when they're right, UCLA, they are guarding, turning you over, and not fouling you. Ever since Mick Cronin's been at UCLA, they have been a really good defensive team, and part of that is because they don't put the other team on the free throw line.
Booker guarding the inbound, that makes it tough, but Lynn got it in. And it's not just that they also turn you over without foul.
Right.
2nd in the league, 13 a game.
And a lot of those are non-steal turnovers like this, shot clock violations, that kind of thing. You know, that won't go down as a turnover because Phillips got the shot up, but that was basically a turnover. There you go.
17th in the country in that rate stat. 9% of opponent possessions end in non-steal turnovers. So 1 out of 10 of the opponent possessions end in a turnover that's not a steal. There's Dent.
And I think the points off turnovers is up this year because of Donovan Dent. His ability to push it, to throw it ahead, and get guys shots in transition off of turnovers.
Phillips hit a long one a moment ago. Lindsay the follow, got his own miss. Lindsay up again, denied by Booker. Johnson tries, no, it's still loose, and Brown rips it down.
Exactly what Mick Cronin wants from Xavier Booker. He changed 2 shots there, and they eventually got the rebound.
Dent wants a screen, gives it up. Here's Brown setting for a 3. And Daly's able to draw a foul with his aggressive rebound.
said earlier, they've changed how Xavier Booker plays, and a big part of that is this. Rim protection, getting guys to miss. Second one, UCLA up 7.
Thought they were out of style, huh? Well, check their new game day fit. Oh, snap! DirecTV got hot.
That's right. DirecTV is flexing with all those pro and college games at your fingertips. This ain't your dad's cable, son. It's couture.
Thank you. I got this. Catching your favorite teams is easy. Whether it's on live TV or streaming, your games are front and center.
We're talking tailor fit. DirecTV ain't playing.
They're playing football.
Well, yeah, obviously they're playing football, but they knew what I was talking about.
You look ridiculous.
I think you look nice.
Yeah, you look nice, too.
You come around with your hands in your pockets and baby, I've been thinking too much, but hearts don't lie.
Merriwa, the world's best hula hooper.
I know the best when I see it. 6 grams of protein, over 20 flavors, tons of fiber. Blue Diamond almonds might be the world's best snack. Almost as amazing as me.
Almost
as amazing as me.
The world's greatest snack. Greatest snack.
Working together on cancer research to advance treatments and therapies to bring more options to patients who need them. Learn more at big10crc.org. Cancer is the one opponent that unites the entire Big Ten.
This week is the American Cancer Society's Coaches vs. Cancer Suits and Sneakers Week, a partnership with the National Association of Basketball Coaches. Coaches across the country are wearing sneakers on the sidelines to bring attention to the life-saving work of the American Cancer Society. Cancer screening saves lives. In the United States, 1 in 3 people will be diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime, and regular screening can help find cancer early and it may be easier to treat. To learn more about screening and the Coaches vs. Cancer program, visit coaches.cancer.org. And you can see the coaches, the shoes on the left there, those are the feet of the coaches and the players as well. This happens to coincide with the Grateful Dead and the Grateful Duck honoring night, a collaboration, the Grateful Dead merch. And Oregon, they did this for a football game. They'll do it for a women's basketball game, and it's wildly successful. The Grateful Dead toured through the area several times and have a lot of fans. You see them in the crowd tonight, and it's a very popular event here with the fans.
No doubt. Dent with an assist to Booker stepping out to the three-point line. Great play design out of that timeout, baseline out of bounds.
So can Oregon score enough to keep up?
Well, that's the question, guy. We've already talked about it. That's what it's going to come down to. I think their defense is going to hold them in it for the most part. But can't have unforced errors like that.
4th turnover for Oregon with, again, Jackson Shelstad out for the year. You combine that with no Nate Biddle, who told us today at shoot-around he's hoping to be back next week for the trip to Indiana-Purdue. And Takai Simpkins, who turned his ankle at the end of the Washington game. They're hoping to have him back Sunday. Here's Brown at 3. That's 44 points, though, those 3 players average.
It's an uphill battle, and we talked to Dana for a while after shoot-around today. And it's unfortunate that they've had this rash of injuries, because they'd obviously be having a much better season than they're having if those guys had not missed so much time. But Dent, again, on that last possession, set up Jamar Brown for a wide-open 3.
5 on the shot clock. Carter saw it. Dent is hounding him. Carter gets it off, but misses it all, and that's the 2nd shot clock violation of the half.
Well, one thing Oregon needs to stop doing if they're going to stay in this game is jumping to pass. Keep getting in the air with nowhere to go to pass it, turning it over.
Here's Dent.
Interesting, they're now screening the top of that zone with Booker. Bilodeau out of the game. So you wonder when Bilodeau comes back in, will they start using him up there with Donovan Dent?
Good job by Kwame Evans, by the way, to prevent that alley-oop from the ground.
Well, you'll live with some of that for Dent. He takes some risks, but more often than not, he is right on time, right on the money. So you got to live with a couple risky passes from him that don't work out.
Phillips will try and hit a three.
Brody, he's got some talent, man. If he can just get going, get confident with this bigger rip of minutes he's getting, he can be a factor for this Oregon team.
Almost created a turnover. Now he's got to recover, and Perry can't make him pay. That hit the shot clock. Brown saved it, but it hit the shot clock on its way back to the court, so it's out of bounds back to Oregon. Oregon has made 6 shots tonight, down 4 are threes.
Yeah. Well, UCLA is doing a good job of attacking the inside of that zone from Oregon and then kicking out to open shooters. Trent Perry had another wide open look that last possession, didn't get it to go down.
2 of 9 from 2, 4 of 12 from 3. Phillips has hit a couple, and Evans, who has it now, has hit 2 threes. Dent closed out quickly, but fouled. It's the first foul he's committed.
Well, number 2, Donovan Dent, his first 13th foul. The third team foul on UCLA. Under 6 to go in the first half.
Well, this game, the key tonight is the home team has to trail by double figures in the first half. Bilodeau back in there defending on Evans. Evans doesn't want to go baseline where Booker is waiting for him. Lindsey's in trouble, and a 5-second violation.
You don't see that very often.
No, you don't. This is what we're talking about. Iowa trailed at home by 11, then led by 17. SC came back.
Yeah, wild
made it a game.
We're going to see Iowa here on Sunday.
Yep.
Playing Oregon. Looking forward to seeing them in person for the first time.
Perry tough, well defended by Phillips, and a foul clearing out underneath on Booker. His first.
It's interesting. UCLA's got a 10-point lead. What if they had made their layups here in this first half? Perry with another miss at point-blank range.
Oh, half of UCLA shots may have been threes tonight. Phillips, that was real tough. And is that on Stewart? He just came back into the game and committed his 3rd foul.
Well, the last thing you can do if you're Oregon in this situation, when it's been challenging to score enough points to win, is put the other team on the foul line.
And when you're shorthanded, foul trouble goes hand in hand with that.
That's a great point. I think you mentioned it earlier, only 8 scholarship players on this Oregon team right now. Team that's playing.
That's right. And that includes F.A. Vatan, who's a freshman who played 1 minute against Washington the other night from Turkey. That was his debut. So they don't, even less. There's Biddle.
Again, I look at it the other way, Guy. For these players, an opportunity to show what you got, to earn more minutes. When these other guys come back, are you now in the rotation because of how you played when they were out of the lineup?
Dana Altman was so encouraged and happy to share. Here's Evans at 3. How hard Nate Biddle is working to try and get back. And again, Nate, they go to Indiana, Purdue. He would love to get back for that trip.
Well, which is saying a lot in this landscape, and I hate to say it, but the landscape of college basketball now, guys, just, Nate Biddle's a 5th-year guy, out of season's not going great. Like, you could just shut it down and no one would probably say anything, but he's fighting to try and get back and finish this thing the right way in his Oregon career.
Shot clock low, and it is wiped out by Booker. Here's Daly. Slices inside to score, and he joins Bilodeau in double figures.
The ball movement has been good for UCLA tonight. They've gotten quality looks behind the line and in the paint.
Bilodeau and Daly have 20 of the 30 Bruin points. Lynn, he knew he had a foul and he drew it. Bilodeau commits his first. And Lynn will go to the line.
Xavier Booker, this guy, we're going to go to every timeout if Booker continues to control the paint tonight.
Introducing Mike's Hot Italian Sub from Jersey Mike's. Fresh ham, salami, and pepperoni chopped up by hand right on the grill. Forget about it. Then topped with a layer of melted provolone? Forget about it. And the regular is only $8.95? Forget about it. Wait a minute. Actually, remember about it. Because you gotta try it with our chopped pepper relish before it's gone. The all-new Mike's Hot Italian Sub for a limited time only at Jersey Mike's.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diane.
Hi, I just received my new Discover card. It says cash back on every purchase. What's cash back?
It's new. Buy what you need, earn a little extra back.
Even on walkie-talkies, rope, and a baseball bat?
You betcha.
10 to 15 pumpkins? That works.
Absolutely.
How about flowers?
What he meant to say was flamethrower.
A what?
With Daisy sour cream, every bite gets better. Every dollop, every squeeze, every moment together. Mix it in, bring the fun. You can never get enough when you do a dollop of Daisy. Good food tastes better with a dollop of Daisy. Do a dollop, do a dollop, yeah. Everything tastes better with a dollop of Daisy.
Nobody likes a cracked windshield.
What was that?
No. But you can go to SafeLight.com and get it fixed now and pay later.
Awesome.
SafeLight can come to you for free. Don't wait. Get it fixed now and pay later at SafeLight.com.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
There's a Harbor Freight store in your neighborhood where we sell hardworking tools that always work with any pro or DIY budget. You see, we treat neighbors like, well, neighbors. Harbor Freight, close by when you need us.
Basketball on the Big Ten Network is brought to you by Ram Trucks. Nothing stops Ram. Oregon wearing the Grateful Dead tie-dye tonight. Of course, you think of tie-dye, you think immediately of Bill Walton. You think of the Grateful Dead, you think of Bill Walton, so it's appropriate that the Bruins are here today. Kevin McKenna is a great player in his own right and a longtime assistant here at Oregon. Was telling us the story today at Shoot-Around Down. He said he once asked the late, great Bill Walton how many Grateful Dead shows he went to, and Bill said all of them. And Kevin said all of them, and Bill said, yep, if I wasn't there in person, I was there in spirit. All of them.
Sounds exactly like Bill Walton.
It sounds exact. Bill, who passed away almost 2 years ago now. Grateful Dead. The Grateful Dead's last concert was in '95 at Soldier Field. So surely there's somebody back in studio who was at that show. Maybe Bruce Weber, who was coaching at Purdue at the time. And the Dead, all of them, all the shows.
I think there's a lot of people in this building that have seen the Grateful Dead. I would put money on that.
They played at the student ballroom here on campus, the Student Union Ballroom as well.
And Dead and Company, the new version of
right?
the Grateful Dead.
Bob Weir just passed away 2.5 weeks ago, and this tonight was all planned before his passing, but got opportunity to honor him as well. Evans cannot finish, but what a tap in by Lindsay. Maybe that gets him going. That's his first basket today.
They needed to see something go in. Big bucket there for Oregon. They've got to string together some stops on this end. Down 11.
Daly erased by Evans, tries again, and it's swatted out to Lynn. Three minutes remaining in the half. Johnson.
Ball fake.
And it goes down.
Luke Johnson knew Booker was there, showed it to him, let him fly by, finished at the rim. Good answer here from Oregon. A little jolt here before half.
Dana Altman's message this week was clear. It's easy to have a pep in your step when everything's going easy. Our challenge now is to respond to the adversity, and his team has come ready to try tonight. Shot clock is low. Tough shot. Booker makes it.
Inverted that time. Usually that's Booker entering it to Bilodeau down there. That time Bilodeau to Booker.
Booker at 6'11" with the length. What a matchup it would have been to see him and Biddle. But Biddle was just coming off the injury in the first meeting to his other an ankle injury early in the season, and didn't play well in that first meeting. That's out of bounds off of Daly. Well defended by Luke Johnson.
Well, you have to give Kwame Evans and Sean Stewart, those guys, credit, because they're undersized but still battling down there, not getting killed on the offensive board. But you're right, Biddle, Demir, if he was playing, would help defensively and on the glass.
Demir has a lot of size, dealing with a shoulder issue right now, among the players out for Oregon. Evans,
a double from the backside, Jamerson.
And they just can't make UCLA pay. Kabzisti, who just came into the game, misses a three. Daly forcing his way in and then gets tied up, but the possession arrow is with UCLA.
Good job by Kabzisti that time. His Daly is so strong. When he puts it on the deck, usually defenders just bounce off of him. Kabzisti stayed with it, got the held ball.
A collision away from the ball, and it's a foul on Kabzisti. And 1-and-1 free throws coming for UCLA. That's the second on him.
I didn't see it. It was kind of away from the ball, but well, Williams sold it, but you can't lay on screens. You can't just run into screens. So I agree with that call. They may be seeing if it was excessive, something extra.
Jason Phillips, Randy Richardson, Mike Reed, our officiating crew tonight.
A little more vocal behind us in the student section tonight than normal.
Yeah, they're handling the adversity well too. They've come ready, and they maybe help force the miss on the front end of the 1-and-1. You're right. Good student section tonight. This F.A. Vatan enters for the first time, just gave it up to Phillips. Jamerson all over him. Tough shot. Vatan the rebound. Deep into the bench go the Ducks because of 3 fouls on Sean Stewart, and Vatan makes an immediate impact.
Effort. Just come in and play with effort.
Dave Refson and Bruce Weber getting ready for the State Farm halftime.
They're either getting ready for halftime or they're looking at old Grateful Dead videos on YouTube.
Was Bruce there? Was Coach there? Did he make the drive from Purdue to Soldier Field? I checked the bio. His last year as an assistant was 98, and the last concert was 95 at Soldier Field. So I mean, you can make that drive.
No doubt.
Here's Dent. Tough shot, and he gets it to go. That's his first basket.
That one was certainly tougher than the first two he didn't make tonight.
We just talked about coming into the game how well he's been playing. 18 points, 9 assists coming in the last two. He never seems to change his expression, whether he's got 18 or 2.
No, and I think as we go through the rest of this Big Ten schedule, there is going to be games where he is going to have to score. That Purdue game, he had 23, 13 assists. They won the game by 2. If he doesn't score in that game, do they win the game? So we'll see how that plays out.
Back-to-back baskets for Donovan Dent. Shot clock is off here at the final seconds of the half.
We got time.
Lynn gets free. He had a good look at it, and that is how the first half will end. But given the way the day has gone, this night is not done.
No, and Oregon's fighting. Like we talked about, they're playing hard. It's just, can they get enough offense? UCLA up 14 at half.
Bruins trying to make it 3 in a row and 5 of 6 on the season. We send you to the State Farm halftime coming up.
Twice yearly PrEP is here. One office visit every 6 months. 2 times a year for HIV prevention. That's 1-2 PrEP. That's Yeztugo. Yeztugo is an injectable prescription medicine that helps to protect against HIV through sex. 1 office visit every 6 months. 1 during your summer sun and 1 during your winter fun. 1 during your summer glow and 1 during your winter glam. You must be HIV negative to receive Yeztugo and get tested for HIV before each injection. If you think you were exposed to HIV or have flu-like symptoms, tell your healthcare provider right away. HIV testing may be needed. Yeztugo does not prevent other sexually transmitted infections. Practice safer sex and get Yeztugo as scheduled. Missing doses increases your chance of getting HIV. Tell your provider about your medical conditions, if you are pregnant or plan to be, and all the medicines and supplements you take, as Yeztugo may affect some medicines. The most common side effects are injection site reactions, headache, and nausea. Rare serious injection site reactions can occur, so tell your provider about any side effects. 99.9% of people state HIV negative. Ask a healthcare provider if Yeztugo is right for you.
Ameriprise Financial has been providing personal financial advice since 1894. Through changing times, clients have counted on us to know they're protected and that their wealth is preserved. For over 6 generations, our advice has been helping people do more than achieve their goals. We've been helping them achieve their goals with confidence. Visit Ameriprise.com to find an advisor near you. Ameriprise Financial. Advice worth talking about.
Start the year off big at the Rams Start Something New sales event with America's most powerful lineup of light-duty gas trucks, offering the largest touchscreen in its class, all backed by the strength of a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Get your year off to a strong start with a great deal at the Ram Start Something New sales event.
Right now, purchase this Ram 1500 and get 0% financing for 60 months or $5,500 total cash allowance on select 2026 Ram 1500 models in dealer inventory. And get a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
You come around with your hands in your pockets and baby, I've been thinking too much. But hearts don't lie.
Brace your taste buds. The new DQ Flamethrower Chicken Strip Basket comes with cool DQ soft serve as a dip for just $6.99. Add one of our new Tajin lemonades. It's the new Swicy menu, only for a limited time.
It is halftime in Eugene. Eric Daly, 3 of his 10 points for the Bruins. We're up 14 at the break over the Ducks. Welcome in the State Farm halftime. Dave Revson alongside Bruce Weber, who Guy and Don will be disappointed to learn has never been to a Grateful Dead show, despite much first half speculation. We do have much gratitude for this half. It was a stellar half of basketball. What did you take from it?
Well, UCLA's defense is good, and obviously Oregon's undermanned. There's no doubt about it. But they hold them 25%, 24 from 3, and they do it without fouling. And they've kept them off the line. They didn't get a free throw until late in the half. So I really like the bigs for UCLA: Bilodeau, Daly, and Xavier Booker's
played well.
Been pretty active. Yeah, there's no doubt. They have 27 of 36. Now, to Oregon's credit, he's got them battling. Don talked about it. They have continued to fight. There's no doubt about it. The matchup zone, Dana went back to his old matchup zone. I had to face it. I can't tell you how many times. And it's tough to go against. And they kind of have taken Dent out of the game. He got a couple of buckets late, but they've made it a little tough. And they're holding Oregon to 39%.
They've been good enough. Oregon has been on the defensive end. The issue, obviously, is they're just not shooting the ball well at all. It's something that's plagued them all year. It has particularly plagued them, though, here in the first half. And again, a significant lead here for UCLA as they try to win for the 5th time in their last 6 games. 2 other games in the Big Ten tonight, both down to the wire. Got the highlights coming up.
You know, I've always found it strange. People really want to save money, but are so willing to toss their hard-earned coin into a 3-foot pool of disappointment.
I want to be rich.
You don't need to throw your money away. All you need is your phone.
Huh.
No. Go to Geico, get a quote, and you could save $900 with your phone.
Look at that, it's ringing.
What? What are you doing, mate?
I'm going in.
It feels good to save some coin. It feels good to Geico.
Oh, I'll have another. Make it a double.
Who are you talking to?
Vincent, my server. He's from San Diego.
Dad, Mom thinks she's at a resort again.
Yeah, she told me.
When you'd rather not resort to a virtual resort,
This is much better in real life.
it matters where you stay.
Looking good, babe.
Extra cherries?
Oh, thanks, Steve. You're not from San Diego, are you?
Book your spring break travel now. Hilton for the stay.
You have a UTI at 30,000 feet. Good thing you can chat with an Amazon One medical provider from anywhere. Now just brace your urethra for turbulence.
You guys, Wendy's has new Biggie deals starting at just $4. So now you can decide how biggie you want to go, which is kind of beautiful. I'm not condensating, you're condensating. More Biggie options so you can get more of what you really want at Wendy's.
When you fire up Big Ten Plus, you get more game, nonstop, around the clock. More live games you won't see anywhere else. More access to your team wherever you want 24/7. More stories.
Unstoppable.
More highlights. Wow. More big-time playmakers. Plus, catch up to 4 games at once so you'll never miss more shots, spikes, and scores. Download the Big Ten Plus app today. It's always game on.
In the conference that delivers nonstop action.
And the threes are falling for everybody.
Intense rivalries.
Making a name for herself.
And nail-biting drama.
She can't be stopped.
Only one show brings you the stories behind the biggest stars and takes you beyond the hardwood, on the court, all season long on the Big Ten Network. And see more Big Ten stories anytime on Big Ten Plus.
2 earlier games tonight on the Big Ten Network, USC and Iowa. Second half, Trojans down 7. Cam Woods had scored 25 points all season. He scored 33 in this game, including 19 in a row. Finally misses here, but Jacob Kofi able to get the rebound to go, and USC had been down 17. They're up 1, and then what happens here, Bruce?
I can't explain it. They're winning the game. I think he's trying to call timeout. A freshman mistake. He fouls them, trying to reach in, and the 2 free throws got an Iowa win.
Yeah, they get Iowa on top there, up by 1. Woods did have one chance to win it for the Trojans, but it is short, and Iowa does escape in a wild game, 73-72. Minnesota and Wisconsin, no Cade Tyson, Big Ten second leading scorer, rolled his ankle against Nebraska, but Bobby Durkin picked up the slack early, Bruce.
Yeah, and they were so good on defense. They held the Badgers to 17 points in the first half. They were cooking on all cylinders, but it was a different second half.
It was indeed. Gophers were up 35-17 at the break, and then Wisconsin just went nuts in the second half. They shot 70%. Nick Boyd, the 3 from Braden Carrington on the 4-point play, and then John Blackwell with a 3 to ice it as the Badgers beat Minnesota for the 11th straight time, their longest streak ever, 67-63. Kwame Evans, 8 points for Oregon, doing his part, but his team down 14 at the break.
And is this just into the lens? Start over. Hi, how are you? Do you need insurance?
Well, we're halfway there insurance. And when it comes to helping customers,
we will give it a shot.
So click.
That's my line. You just do it then. If you just want the line.
You click if you need a quote today.
Here's a quote. Lower your expectations. No, I'm saying.
We're still recording. We're still recording.
It doesn't matter. They'll just take that part of it out. Okay. They just cut that out.
When you make your dip super creamy with Best Foods, your new boyfriend can know nothing about football.
Oh, he touched it down.
Bro, that's the other team. And still fit in just fine.
Have you tried the dip?
Oh, great fumble.
Great fumble?
That's a Hail Mayo.
Fumble.
My mother told
Taste buds. The new DQ Flamethrower Chicken Strip Basket comes with cool DQ soft serve as a dip for just $6.99. Add one of our new Tajin lemonades. It's the new Swicy menu, only for a limited time.
Hurts sometimes. I'm controversial when I don't even mean to be. It doesn't matter how many times I'm right. You'll still argue with me. This is The Herd.
Halftime on the Big Ten Network is presented by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Getting set for the second half in Eugene, Tyler Bilodeau, another good game for UCLA. He's got 10. 14-point lead for the Bruins. Guy and Don back next.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Sometimes things fall right into place, but other times they just fall.
No. What was that?
But at least you can get it fixed now and pay later in 4 interest-free payments at SafeLight.com.
Awesome.
And SafeLight can come to you for free, anytime, anywhere, and do everything you need to get back on the road.
All set. Here you go.
Thank you.
Take care. Get it fixed now and pay later at SafeLight.com.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Old Trapper Beefs. Energy emergency. Old Trapper. What's your beef?
You come around with your hands in your pockets and baby, I've been thinking too much, but hearts don't lie.
Good food tastes better with a dollop of Daisy. Do a dollop, do a dollop, yeah. Everything tastes better with a dollop of Daisy.
Home is where we do the things we love with the people we love. So what if we live tomorrow in the same place as we did yesterday? With help, we can. Home instead for a better what's next.
At Drive Time, we make it easy to get the car you want. Get approved, and you can control your real payments on any car.
So if I like this car, but I love this other car, I can change the terms so the monthly payment works for me?
Yeah. This is a commercial. Go get your real deal at drivetime.com.
You guys, Wendy's has new Biggie deals starting at just $4. So now you can decide how biggie you want to go, which is kind of beautiful. I'm not condensating, you're condensating. More Biggie options so you can get more of what you really want at Wendy's.
The American Cancer Society saved my life.
This holiday, be the reason hope makes it home. Your gift can help families like LA's stay close to care. Donate today.
Just about ready for the second half here in Eugene. Oregon trailing 36-22. UCLA looking for its third straight win. You take a look at tonight's game leaders, brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance. Tyler Bilodeau continues to play really good against everybody, and Eric Daly continues to play really well against Oregon. Hi, everybody. Welcome back courtside. Don McClain, Guy Haberman, and this is a UCLA team. Last year around mid to late January, they got hot. The schedule was a part of it, and it feels like it's happening right now before our eyes again.
It does feel like it, and we talked about Oregon's struggles to score, but let's give UCLA's defense some credit. It held them to 22 points, so I think they are starting to get some momentum. It feels that way. The schedule is way more conducive to go on a run than it was maybe a couple weeks ago, but they got to take advantage of it. They need to finish the deal here in the next 20 minutes tonight.
The 8th time they've allowed 25 points or fewer in the first half in their Big Ten era. That's more than any other team in the last season and a half in the league in conference play. That is the prescription you'd expect, and UCLA has done it with the scoring of Daly again, who, as we told you at the beginning of the broadcast tonight, enters.
Here's a great example. Is what I was talking about in the first half. Jamari Phillips starting the second half because he played pretty well in the first half, and that's where it's at with Oregon right now. You're getting an opportunity. You produce, in effect, winning basketball, you're probably going to get more minutes.
Starting point guard Jackson Shellstad out for the year. Nate Biddle, the star big man, out tonight, hoping to return maybe next week. Takai Simpkins also out. That's a lot of points unavailable for Oregon. Here's Bilodeau. And meanwhile, Sean Stewart is starting the second half for Oregon. He's got 3 fouls.
Oregon continues to play that zone, and UCLA did a great job of attacking inside and then spraying it out.
Stewart, you can see what he brings to the table. He goes way up for that rebound and draws the foul on UCLA.
UCLA, and the shot goes up. You better know where Evans and Stewart are, because they're coming to the offensive board. Stewart gets another possession for Oregon on that one.
Here's Phillips, and that's off the top of the backboard, out of bounds. Oregon's lost 6 in a row, but despite being very shorthanded, 8 scholarship players, 7 who see minutes, they have brought the effort tonight.
And that's just Dana Altman. He's been doing it at such a high level for so long. He's not going to, shrug his shoulders or pout. Like there was a normal shoot around for them today,
which was engaged and energized. Dana Altman, as we're used to seeing. Foul on Booker. That's 2 quick fouls for Xavier Booker, and so he's got 3 for the game, and he heads to the bench.
We just said coming out of halftime, it feels like UCLA is getting some momentum. You can't play the scoreboard in the second half and say, well, Oregon doesn't have enough, we're going to win this game. You got to keep playing the way you've been playing.
Well, with Booker out, Lindsey goes right to the rim. Iowa trailed at home by double figures earlier today to start our triple header. Came back and won. Wisconsin trailed big to Minnesota at home. Came back and won. The question is, does Oregon have enough firepower for that? And especially because Dent didn't even get going offensively until late in the first half. Now he's got 6 points.
Well, and that's the thing for UCLA. The last thing you want to do is let Oregon start this half good and give them hope that they can win the game, because then they'll play with even more energy.
Dent beats everybody to the ball and everybody to the other end.
Against Northwestern on Saturday, he had that exact same play, tried to dunk it and missed it. He's done that a couple times this year, so good to see him just lay that one in that time.
Opening up a 16-point lead, largest of the night for UCLA. Evans hit a couple of threes early in this game. Goes into traffic where Jamerson walls him off.
Looking for the whistle, didn't get it, Sean Stewart.
UCLA playing 5-on-4, and now Evans gets back into action.
Surprised Bilodeau didn't pull the trigger on that. You know what he's really good at is he doesn't need a lot of space to get that 3-ball off.
He does get that rebound, and in some traffic scores over Stewart. Bilodeau averaged 18 a game. It's 9th in the league entering play today. He's got 12 so far tonight. Lynn has been unable to get free for the most part in this game, especially from 3. And I don't know if that pass was for Phillips or for Stewart, but it's a turnover. Up top to Daly for the dunk.
Live ball turnovers, when you're struggling offensively, make it seem even worse. Dana going to take a timeout here.
The UCLA has opened up its largest lead of the night. A fast start to the second half, and the Bruins are up 20.
Well, Donovan Dent, one of the best decision makers in college basketball, when to take it for himself, when to give it up. Just throws it up to Daly. UCLA pushed the lead out to 20.
You come around with your hands in your pockets and baby, I've been thinking too much, but hearts don't lie.
Wouldn't it be great if all Valentine's Day gifts were filled with peanut butter? Well, maybe not all of them. Maybe it's just Reese's that are better.
Think switching to T-Mobile's a whole complicated thing? Nah. It's easy.
For a limited time, switch to T-Mobile's Better Value Plan. You can save over $1,000 a year versus Verizon and AT&T. Save on streaming, satellite, and more benefits that they leave out.
It's better over here.
If you feel held back by the weight of financial decisions, we can give you the tools to help you break free. Credit Karma gives you personalized guidance to improve your credit, savings, taxes, and more, so you can find your way to money. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
When you fire up Big Ten Plus, you get more game, nonstop, around the clock. More live games you won't see anywhere else. More access to your team, wherever you want, 24/7. More stories.
Unstoppable.
More highlights. Wow. More big-time playmakers. Plus, catch up to 4 games at once, so you'll never miss more shots, spikes, and scores. Download the Big Ten Plus app today. It's always game on.
Hannes Steinbach and the Huskies. This is insane. Take on Nick Martinelli and the Wildcats.
Throws it down.
Men's Hoops. Saturday at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on the Big Ten Network.
Right now, get 3 months of Big Ten Plus for just $5.99 a month with promo code SAVE26. You can get access to hundreds of live Big Ten sporting events, full and condensed replays and highlights. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to BigTenPlus.com. Make sure you enter SAVE26 when selecting a monthly pass at checkout to take advantage of this offer.
I noticed, Guy, and you noticed as well, that the Duck has tie-dye shoes on tonight as well.
Right. You know, the cool thing about the tie-dye shoes, and you see what UCLA has done out of the locker room, 8-2 starts to the game and to the second half. Another kind of cool element of the tie-dye shoes, the Grateful Dead shoes, Evans inside for the dunk, is that they're the Sabrina Ionescu signature shoe. The WNBA and Oregon Star.
Dana Allman's so good, ATO after timeouts, and that was a design play to get Evans on the switch down low. Easy dunk for him. Oregon back to man-to-man.
Here's Bilodeau facing up on Evans. Jamerson can't corral it, and out comes Drew Carter.
Shot for Bilodeau, just didn't go down. I like when he faces up and takes that 15, 17-foot jumper instead of trying to back guys down every time.
All good defense by Perry, but Evans was able to still collect and score.
Evans recognized the switch, had Trent Perry on him, just took him down low, went right through him, got it knocked out, but stayed with it and finished the play.
Dance, no, and Bilodeau, he grabbed the rim trying to dunk it. It popped out, but he's able to draw the foul. And so Tyler Bilodeau with his 12 points will be at the free throw line when we return, as we hit the halfway mark of conference play, and already what a long, strange trip it's been.
This or that.
Here they come, yo. Here they come.
You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. I think you Venmo this, y'all. Swears that. Yo, liftily. Yo, we can make it. Hip to me. What we are, cuz what we be the epitome. Do, da, dippity. You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. I think you Venmo this.
Get your Venmo debit card today and get up to 5% cash back.
Mixed nuts have finally leveled up. Meet Blue Diamond almonds and more. Almonds, cashews, and pistachios in 3 signature flavors. Taste that's undeniable. Freshness guaranteed. Blue Diamond almonds and more. The flavorful nut mix.
Marathon is rewarding fans with savings of up to $1 per gallon. All by earning rewards on every gallon and on select in-store items. Making every pit stop and snack break worthy of a celebration. Marathon, the official fuel of the Big Ten.
And board work, so that way I can continue to make sure that the path is cleared for future generations to make the world better as well. I'm Christine Simmons, a sports and entertainment executive, strategist, and a UCLA alumni. 4's up, go Bruins.
Time to play with a plan. Brought to you by TIAA. The Bruins hitting some threes tonight.
What you like about this highlight is it's not just one guy. It's multiple guys stepping out making threes. And I think when you have that offensive balance and have guys that are reliable from out behind the three-point line, you're obviously way more difficult to guard. And you see this is the best three-point shooting team Mick Cronin has had at UCLA. And that's with Donovan Dent struggling on the year at 20%. Imagine if he gets going from behind the line. They'll be a team that's probably threatening being over 40.
Tyler Bilodeau fouled before the timeout at the line and adds to his total. Bilodeau 13, and almost half of them come at the free throw line.
Workmanlike so far from UCLA, hadn't it been, Guy? This would have been easy for UCLA to come in here off of 2 big wins last week. Oh, Oregon's down, no one's playing, and not show up. They've had the right disposition right from the start. Mick Cronin is so good at that. I've talked to him so many times about human nature stuff and overcoming that, and building your habits and staying with them. That it's rare that UCLA isn't mentally ready to play under Mick Cronin.
Beat Purdue, a dramatic upset 8 days ago, then beat Northwestern, and Mick Cronin made the point to point out, and I think it's something coaches say a lot, but I think it's also correct. It felt like Northwestern's better than their record. They got that first conference win against SC. But you're playing the leading scorer in the league, and Martinelli. Here's Evans drawing the foul coast to coast.
The one thing about Northwestern that makes them dangerous, and obviously had seen them a lot on TV, but hadn't seen them in person, got to see them twice last week in person, is how hard they play. I mean, they play so hard. And so if they can generate enough offense, they're dangerous. Knocked off USC last week.
I can already hear you building some of your thoughts for the first couple days of the Big Ten tournament, right? It's not about can you win 6 in 6 days or 5 in 5. It's going to be, does somebody win 1 or 2 and turn the thing upside down a little bit? Maybe not upside down because you got triple bye and double bye. But
and what's at stake at that point? There's going to be teams that most likely will be on the bubble that need wins. But I said it earlier in this game, when you're playing teams like those 4 teams that have to play on Tuesday, you never know, man. When you're playing free and open and easy, sometimes you just get hot. And that's a danger for teams that are really playing for something important at that time of the year.
And Nate Biddle's trying to get fully healthy and back for the conference tournament. Carter. Bilodeau got clipped in the face on that last possession where he lost the ball, and he keeps touching his nose as he walks back up the court.
Don't see any blood.
Or his mouth, maybe. And now a turnover. Here's Stewart. And the Ducks will not go away.
All they needed was a spark.
If I hadn't already watched 2 games today, Don, I would have given up.
Well, you can't let your foot off the gas if you're UCLA. And a couple possessions now, you've given them some hope. And there you see Bilodeau and Stewart knocking heads together. But just can't be loose with it. If you're UCLA, you got to understand that Oregon understands their situation, and they're still fighting. And this game is far from over. 13-17 to go. Still a 10-point game.
Well, they took a punch, right? I mean, I think a lot of you saw UCLA came out on that 8-2 run to start the second half, and you thought, well, what's this Oregon team going to do? Are they going to pack it in? And the answer has been no. A resounding no. They cut what was just a 20-point deficit 3 minutes ago down to 10.
So if you're Dana Altman in the huddle saying, guys, we were down 20, we cut it to 10. Why can't we cut it from 10 to 0?
You know, what's interesting, too, Don, is you made the comment that it felt like maybe UCLA was slowing the game down and putting it away. And then those live ball turnovers. Yeah, this is what we're talking about. Now, yesterday, you had Michigan and Nebraska down to the wire. Michigan has Nebraska's first loss. Michigan State goes to overtime. Indiana upsets Purdue. Then it continues today with great games. Iowa trails early, gets up big by 17 on SC comes storming back. Iowa wins at home by 1. Wisconsin trails by 20 at home, comes back and beats Minnesota. So we're trying to make it 6 for 6 dramatic games in less than a 48-hour stretch.
But Oregon relying on people that haven't had big roles on this team right now. So can they come all the way back? We've been giving them credit all night for how hard they're still playing, even though they're missing so many key pieces. But do you have enough to get this thing all the way back?
Well, out of the stoppage, it's Dent that scores. He's in double figures now for UCLA. Deep position for Stewart. And he gets it past Booker. Booker is re-entered with 3 fouls for the Bruins.
Booker late. He was in position to go get that and just didn't see it early enough. Sean Stewart finishes.
Dent fouled by Jamari Phillips. That's his second foul. Tuesday, more hoops excitement comes your way when the Bruins host the Scarlet Knights at Pauley Pavilion. Coverage begins with a tip-off show at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. And you know Steve Pikiell's team will be ready for that.
Young team, but playing hard every night. Almost got Michigan State last night.
That was the last game Oregon really had a chance to win late. Lost it in OT. Meanwhile, Dent,
telling you,
played well.
I've done enough of UCLA's games. He is shooting it with way more confidence than he was earlier in the year. They're not all going in, but I feel like there's more of a chance of it going in now.
The student section was giving him a hard time where he started 0 for 5, and he looked back their way and had a word. Good to see Bilodeau, whatever he was dealing with, that collision he had earlier in the game for UCLA. Evans with a size mismatch, but it's way out at the
coming Bilodeau.
And it creates a turnover. Perry's got it. Mick Cronin saying slow it down. Dent attacks and draws the foul. And Mick Cronin gives him the thumbs up. UCLA trying to stretch it back out here on the Ducks.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
Switch to Allstate and you could save hundreds. What are you waiting for? Make your move before I do.
Whether you are running a complex manufacturing site, powering a city's changing energy and utility needs, or maintaining a large fleet of aircraft, IFS's advanced industrial AI orchestrates data and adds capabilities to your business so you can thrive and grow. IFS.ai, award-winning asset and service management software.
It's a good thing Discover makes it easy to be a Big Ten fan.
Totally. I get cash back on my rally cap.
Cash back on my favorite glove.
Cash back on my Lucky Shamrock.
I even earn cash back on my Lucky bobblehead.
You win. Next round's on me.
Earn cash back on every purchase with Discover.
When you make your dip super creamy with Best Foods, your new boyfriend can know nothing about football.
Oh, he touched it down. Bro, that's the other team.
And still fit in just fine.
Have you tried the dip?
Oh, great fumble.
Great fumble?
That's a Hail Mayo.
Every day, we are here, turning classes into careers that change lives and research into solutions that save them. We are here, creating jobs, driving innovation, proving what's possible with purpose, passion, and creativity. We are here, serving our communities, working today for a stronger tomorrow for all. We are here.
Basketball on the Big Ten Network is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance. UCLA and Oregon each delivering a big punch here in the second half. UCLA has answered back. And Donovan Dent's chasing history. You see his averages there, 13 and 7 points and assists. And he would join a list of great point guards at UCLA, 2 of which you played with, the 2 guys at the top of the list. Maybe you're part of the reason those guys are at the top of the list.
Think about Pooh Richardson did it for 4 straight years. That was not COVID year, 5th year grad. There was not, it was 4 years, and he did it as a freshman. The best single year, I'm not saying he's the best point guard I ever played with, but the best single year of point guard play I ever played with was my freshman year. Pooh Richardson was a senior.
What made it so good?
That I never had to dribble. Literally, just catch it and shoot it. He's a lot like Donovan Dent, where he just makes the game so much easier for everyone else. And went on to be the 10th pick of the draft that year. It was interesting. The knock on him was his shooting. And I believe his senior year, Pooh shot over 50 from 3, ended up being the 10th pick in the draft.
Wow. Here's Carter at 3. It must have been a tough adjustment to you go from Pooh Richardson, and then you get Derek Martin, who's on that list twice. But it also helps for them to play with UCLA's all-time leading scorer.
I was going to say, if they wanted assists, they knew where to go with it.
Not if they wanted it back, though.
No, God, no.
Dent so far tonight with 15 points and 4 assists. Bilodeau, smart play, and gets the foul on Johnson. That will be 3 free throws coming for Bilodeau, I think. Let's make sure his feet are behind the line.
When you're shooting 45% from 3, guys are going to close hard, especially guys like Luke Johnson, who haven't played a lot this year. So Bilodeau, the veteran, smart, showed it to him, got the contact, got himself 3 free throws. Just like that, back to 16.
Yeah. 20 cut down to 10. Mick Cronin's group, you know, we mentioned last year they got hot. The year before they also got hot in mid-January. And, you know, keep in mind they're doing this right now without Sky Clark, who, you know, you talk to the opposing coach day of game at shoot-around, his name always seems to come up. And he's dealing with a hamstring injury.
Well,
he's hoping to return soon.
You're right, Guy, and here's the good news. Trent Perry has elevated his game because of the opportunity he's gotten with Sky Clark being out. So now you add Sky Clark back to it. In a better Trent Perry, a more confident Trent Perry, so now your team's better.
There is Sky, a beloved member of this Bruins team, and also a fantastic player. I mean, you look at the numbers. He is a 50% three-point shooter, and he's top 10 in the league in steals.
Yeah, he's a very, very good two-way player. On ball, in Mick Cronin's defensive system and scheme, he is a luxury. He was put on the ball.
Sorry, Don, it's so funny. You think like 3-and-D. You think of Kobe Johnson for UCLA.
You
Such
think
a great
of
player,
wings.
but it's such a different body type.
Well, you think when you hear 3-and-D, you think NBA, and that's usually a wing, like 6'7", 6'8" guy. You really think of guards. But Clark is very good defensively and having a really good offensive year as well.
Yeah, I think you're like 3-and-D probably minimizes the type of player he is too a little bit.
Yeah,
right. Dent.
We got 10 on the clock.
And 10 left in the game. Dent left free. Bilodeau hanging out.
Yep. Knew that double was coming.
Shot clock at 4. Phillips.
Tough shot. Showed it. Sidestep 3, falling away, contested. Telling you, this could give Jamari Phillips the confidence he needs to really make an impact on these Oregon games. We'll see on Sunday. We mentioned they play Iowa. There's some follow-up from him Sunday against them.
Perry with the shot clock low, draws the foul on Evans with 2 seconds on the timer. And so he'll go to the line.
Well, not a great possession from UCLA. A lot of dribbling from Trent Perry, but gets bailed out at the end. I'm not sure about that one. It looked like Perry went right into Kwame Evans.
Mick Cronin was asked about Trent Perry, how he's acclimated, how he's fit right in, a sophomore this year. And Cronin's answer this week was, if you want smart players, recruit them. You know, this is a young guy that he was raving about since he showed up as a freshman last year.
Is there any coach that doesn't want smart players? Like, would you go out and recruit? You know what? This kid isn't very smart. I think we're going to recruit him.
I think the point is they're just not made, right? There's probably not enough of them for everybody to have. He made the point that, you know, Trent Perry, and you know this is, you're in the area, but his high school, Harvard Westlake,
one of the better programs in Southern California, if not the best program. Dave Verbibo, head coach there at Harvard Westlake, does a terrific job. Have had a lot, I mean a lot of Division I players come out of there.
And Cronin said he went to Harvard Westlake first as a student and then developed into the type of player that thrived there. Daly, 10 points in the first half and got 2 in the second half. That was blocked, and now Stewart is tied up. Arrow to Oregon.
There's another run in Oregon here. It's over 8 minutes to go.
Kopzisti.
Good recognition. Saw that driving lane right in front of us. I saw it too. Challenged Jamerson and got the bucket.
Shot clock. Perry tees it up immediately and hits his first field goal of the game.
Yeah, not having a great night. Got that one to go. All set up by Jamerson getting the extra possession.
Phillips. Oh, that is deep. That's
been shooting them all night, though.
And it looks good. In and out from Peyton Pritchard range.
What would happen if he was towing the three-point line? You know, those ones are, once he's shooting, are way more difficult.
Yeah. But it's been hard to find space.
Yeah, but if you have that kind of range and it's the same shot as it would be if you were right up on the line, then it doesn't matter.
Daly is on the other end. Oregon's got numbers for a moment. Now Daly's back in. Stewart, no, and Evans now has 18 points.
How many times has Trent Perry gotten switched on to Kwame Evans tonight?
It's like all night.
Yep.
Trent Perry is 6'4". He is not a small man, but Evans is big. And the biggest man for the Ducks tonight is 6'10" with Biddle out. UCLA with 6 minutes remaining, trying to make it 4 in a row against the Ducks.
Start the year off big at the Rams Start Something New sales event with America's most powerful lineup of light-duty gas trucks, offering the largest touchscreen in its class. all backed by the strength of a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Get your year off to a strong start with a great deal at the Ram Start Something New sales event.
Right now, purchase this Ram 1500 and get 0% financing for 60 months or $5,500 total cash allowance on select 2026 Ram 1500 models in dealer inventory. And get a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
When you're ready for spring break,
Hi, guys.
emphasis on the break. It matters where you stay. Book your spring break now. Hilton, for the stay.
You've reached halfway there insurance. We can't come to the phone right now because we're busy doing, say work stuff. Work stuff. No, you don't do the beep. The phone does the beep.
Working together on cancer research to advance treatments and therapies to bring more options to patients who need them. Learn more at big10crc.org. Cancer is the one opponent that unites the entire Big Ten.
Saturday catch women's hoops when the Ducks are in College Park to take on 16th ranked Maryland. The action tips off at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. The Duck taking a rest. The Duck also wearing the Grateful Dead, Grateful Duck Sabrina threes.
Well, we've been celebrating all night, Guy, the fact that Oregon's still playing, still competing, but looking at the box score, 34%, 23% from three. It's just hard to beat good teams, and UCLA is a good team. We'll see. I mentioned also Iowa coming in here on Sunday. They're a team that turns you over as well. So ball security going to be a big priority for Oregon against the Hawkeyes.
It's just so hard to replace Jackson Shelstad. I mean, it's so hard to replace the guys they've lost. It always is, but Shelstad in particular. Kind of like Dent. I mean, even when he's not scoring, he just handles so much pressure with the ball.
He manages the game is what he does. You know, he understands the position. He understands time and score. When to go for himself, when to get others involved. And you really get the feeling that UCLA is managing this last part of this game. They're in no hurry. They're okay with letting the shot clock go down.
Brown right on line, but couldn't hit it, and now the ball loose. Carter, does he get tied up? No, he called a timeout. Oregon got the timeout before the tie-up, which saved them a possession because the arrow favors UCLA. The Bruins last year on January 13th, they had lost 4 in a row last year. They started 2-4 in conference play. Then they won 7 straight, all in the Pacific time zone. They entered the conference tournament as the 4 seed with a couple of tiebreakers over Wisconsin and Purdue. Well, the same position. They entered Wednesday 6th place. And here's what they've got coming up. Indiana at home, Rutgers at home, Washington at home, then go to Michigan, Michigan State.
Well, if they win tonight, if they hang on to win this, they have an opportunity, a real opportunity to rip off 6 in a row if they win those next 3, which are all winnable games at home, but then a monster trip to Michigan and Michigan State. I have no doubt that UCLA is an NCAA tournament team. You know, their metrics, their net around 40. They still have some work to do, but I just feel like if they do win these next tonight and the next 3, no one's going to be talking about them not being an NCAA tournament team.
Offensive foul on Stewart. That's his 4th. Mike DeCourcy right now has, at last check at least, has UCLA as an 11 seed.
And you'd certainly like to improve that as well, regardless if there's no more conversation about you being an NCAA tournament team or not. Still like to move that seed up from 11.
You saw the graphics at 7 of 10 remaining in the Pacific time zone as Williams follows. That doesn't include tonight, which would make it 8 of 11. And if you go back to the Purdue game, that's a stretch of 10 of their final 13 games on the West Coast.
Well, travel is certainly a factor when talking about a conference schedule. feel like they've gotten the hardest part out of the way.
Kabzisti. Under 5 minutes remaining in regulation. And then the beauty to your point, Don, just on resume for them is you don't hate having Michigan and Michigan State. They've got opportunities still ahead. They've got 5 quadrant 1 games left on their schedule. Evans.
It's 13, but you can see what Donovan Dent's doing here, Guy. I mentioned it before. He is walking it up every time and just bleeding this clock out. I want to give Oregon more opportunities to score and try and close the gap.
It's out of bounds off of Evans. 10 seconds on the shot clock for UCLA. There's 2 coaches that don't change their style regardless of record, score, situation.
It's worked for a long time for both of these guys.
There's a foul on Oregon. Dana Altman has not had a losing season since his first season at Creighton 31 years ago. Here's a look at the net ratings. Entering play today, by the way, SC was 51, so they're 1 spot shy of 12 teams in the top 50.
Take a look at Nebraska and Michigan. They played last night. I think you mentioned it, Guy. I think everybody thinks Nebraska's for real, but I think a lot of people were looking at that undefeated going into Michigan. You knew that environment was going to be crazy. I think they're even more for real now, even though they didn't win last night. I think everyone thought they were going to get blown out of there. They had a chance to win it. And so Nebraska, certainly a Final Four level team based on what I've seen.
Just to correct myself, it's almost 11 teams in the net top 50. By the way, Nebraska was shorthanded last night.
Yeah.
Too.
At Ameriprise Financial, we know our clients are so much more than clients. They're conquerors and champions, parents and caretakers, believers and breadwinners. The goals that matter most to you matter most to us. Helping you achieve them is what we do best. With personal financial advice from an advisor you can trust and goal-based investing in solutions, it's no wonder we have a 4.9 out of 5 client satisfaction rating. Ameriprise Financial, advice worth talking about.
Good food tastes better with $1 for Daisy. Do $1, yeah. Everything tastes better with $1 for Daisy.
You come around with your hands in your pockets and baby, I've been thinking too much, but hearts don't lie.
Think switching to T-Mobile's a whole complicated thing? Nah, it's easy.
For a limited time, switch to T-Mobile's Better Value Plan. You can save over $1,000 a year versus Verizon and AT&T. Save on streaming, satellite, and more benefits that they leave out.
It's better over here.
Nobody likes a cracked windshield.
What was that?
No.
But you can go to safelight.com and get it fixed now and pay later.
Awesome.
SafeLight can come to you for free. Don't wait. Get it fixed now and pay later at safelight.com.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Dave Revson, Bruce Weber, workmanlike performance here for UCLA as they look to put the Ducks away.
They've just done enough to get through it, get out of Eugene with another win. They've set themselves up. They got a nice schedule coming up. Now they got to take care of business at home.
Yeah, absolutely. 3 straight home games after this for UCLA. We've got a big show after this, taking through all 3 men's games. Busy night for women's hoops as well, including the Bruins in action. We will show you all of that coming up. Guy, Don?
All right, Dave, looking forward to that. Dave and Coach, a lot to talk about. UCLA, Don, it feels like a repeat of last year, hitting their stride at the right time. And even though the night looks like it belongs to UCLA, any Oregon game.
How dare you be talking during this shout, guys?
You're right.
I'm telling all the Oregon fans. It's been a tough year, guy. At least let the fans have the shout.
Amen. Amen. Always worth it. And always worth shutting up for it.
Are we sure that everybody knows the origins of that?
Well, it never hurts to talk about Animal House.
Animal House was filmed here on campus.
And that famous scene out at nearby Dexter Lake.
I used to think when I first started broadcasting, because they've been doing that for years, I used to think they only did that when they were winning. But I soon learned that they do it no matter what.
It's like a good tradition.
Yeah.
It lifts the spirits. And we wondered what kind of spirit this Duck team would have tonight, and the score may not indicate it, but they came not looking like a team emotionally that had lost 6 straight.
No, look, it's a tough deal when you have that much scoring firepower sitting on the bench, but Dana Altman's been so good for so long, and none of us that have been around him for years are surprised that his team's still playing, still competing. They just don't have enough offense right now. Just don't.
Dent gives it up to Bilodeau, and the loser was it knocked away. Officials are not sure. And they'll go UCLA ball. Let's see. Well, Lindsey definitely swipes it, but I think Bilodeau was the last to touch it. But the call on the floor was UCLA ball.
I think if the circumstances of this game were different, there might be a challenge involved there.
So. So imagine this UCLA team with Sky Clark at some point. You think about the postseason. Again, this is the midway point of the regular season, so still a lot of basketball to be played. But where can this team end up, I think, will be one of the questions in February.
Well, the guy that just scored has elevated this game. His game. We were talking about that earlier, so that makes them tougher to deal with.
And the tournament's different this year. So, you know, last year we mentioned they were a top 4 seed. That top 4 seed so valuable this year.
Well, remember, 3 teams didn't make it last year.
Yeah.
So the top 4 seeds got a double bye. Others got a single bye. This year it's different. If you're a top 4 seed this year, you get a triple bye. Top 8 seed double bye.
Because every team in the league makes the tournament.
Exactly.
The conference tournament. Here's Dent. Ticking towards 2 minutes remaining here in regulation. For Oregon, it does not get any easier. They're going to hit the road after the Rutgers, or after the Iowa game here on Sunday, and go on maybe the most difficult road trip you can cook up in all of college basketball when it comes to environment. Well, Purdue and Indiana.
You mentioned it earlier. Hopefully Nate Biddle can come back. Sounds like Simpkins may be back soon. So that would obviously help.
It was a 20-point game at the most, about 3.5 minutes into the second half. Oregon in a 3-minute stretch cut it to 10. And then UCLA, under the steady hand of Donovan Dent, push this lead back out. So alas, we will not have, this is a third game of a triple header, but we will not have a repeat of the first 2 games. As Perry, who started 0 for 6, has hit his last 3 or 3 of his last 4.
Look, guy, this was a tricky game. It would have been easy for UCLA not to, because of all the injuries to Oregon and who's not playing, to not come and do what they needed to do. But they've done enough to win this game pretty handily. Evans knocks down another 3. Hey, look, any win in the Big Ten at this point in the season is a good win. I don't care who you're playing and who's playing for that team you're playing.
It's the amazing thing, right? I mean, part of it is that Oregon is going to fall to 1-9 in league play, and not that it's good necessarily, but they're still top 100 in KenPom. It tells you a little bit about their metrics. Now, of course, some of that is based on, they played 12 games with Kjellstad and Biddle, but they didn't play many games with Biddle and Kjellstad together. Under a minute here, and they won't, because Kjellstad will not return this year. Dana Altman explaining it's not a repeat of the wrist injury that he needed surgery for early in the year. It's a different injury. There's Big Nate watching and waiting and around all the time, getting treatment, trying to get back.
Gotten to know him over the years, talked to him a lot, been here a lot. And when healthy, he's been a major factor for this Oregon team and program.
Booker. There's going to be some, big tournament game, late final second. Someone's got to inbound down one, and they're going to have to inbound it around Xavier Booker.
Well, that's something Mick Cronin's always done, is put his big on the ball in those baseline out of bounds situations.
Adai Mara gone, of course, to Michigan, and Booker coming in from Michigan State. All right, the Duck never. I was going to say never flinched because the Duck is tougher, because the Duck didn't see it.
The Duck's reaction time, how slow is that? Ball was already on the ground before he even moved his head.
Yeah, well,
is it hard to see out of those eyes?
I think
vision really his eyes.
Vision is not the Duck's strength, is my guess. Or quickness, probably. Entertainment, 100 out of 100. Vision, probably a 10 out of 100 on the Build-A-Player. Shot clock is off for Trent Perry to dribble it out.
This is one of those guys. UCLA did what they had to do. Go back home and get ready for Indiana on Saturday.
Oregon's going to fall for the 7th straight conference game. We'll host Iowa here on Sunday. For UCLA, it's now 4 straight wins against Oregon. It's 4 straight wins on the season. The Bruins have won 5 of 6 and look like they're turning it on at the exact right time. UCLA wins it 73-57. 18 points from Tyler Bilodeau, the league's 9th leading scorer, and that's right on his average. What a great day. What a great Wednesday night in the league. And believe it or not, Wednesday night technically is done, but the evening is not.